Go.
And here we are,
Today,
another episode.
I hope I'm sitting in the right spot. Another day, another episode.
Yes.
And we're switching things up. I'm sitting on the right. Left. My right, your left.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
So we do the checking thing, you know.
Okay, yes, yeah. No, good.
So it's been a while. We've missed, I think, 2 uploads or just 1 upload.
Yeah, just one. Yeah. But we had quite a good workout at gym today. I was quite impressed with that. It was nice.
Yeah.
Haven't pushed legs like that for a while.
Haven't pushed legs, full stop. Not like that. Just haven't pushed it in a while.
Yeah, shame.
Yeah, life has been lacking, to say the least.
Yeah.
No, today, it may sound weird for those people who have normal jobs, but I only left the office at 4:30 and had an inspection at 5, and then only clocked off at 5:45.
Sure.
6. Which it might sound normal to some of you guys, but not for me. I'm supposed to be working a half day. I'm supposed to clock off at 1:00. I get there at 7:00 in the morning. 7:00, I'm already in
Working.
emails, answering.
Yeah.
I get there 10 minutes before, so I get in and I start answering already and performing. I can't act. I can't act. Yeah.
Active.
Actionable person.
Yeah.
There you go. That's fine. Yes, he pains a little bit foggy. Anyway, yeah, so I'm active already at 7:00 and then I work through until 1:00.
Oh,
And then I'm supposed to be doing other stuff after that, but not today.
sure.
7:00, working all the way through until.
Well, it's that time of the month as well for you, isn't it? It's towards the month end, so
And the year.
and the year, yeah. But yeah, most month ends.
6 month and 12 month and a lot of 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's true.
Hours actually.
Yeah.
Inspection.
Yeah.
So yeah, and yeah, like I said, life has been lifing, but
Mm.
we are pleased to announce and to report. I was looking at one of our videos; it's reached 65 views. 65 views.
Well done. Thank you. That's wonderful.
10% retention rate.
Okay.
Full video, and our viewer time or time watched has increased up to 1.2 hours.
Wow. Look at that.
Just on that video alone. Yeah.
Sure.
I think we're on 18 subscribers or 17 subscribers.
Okay, so it's growing, yeah?
I don't want to say we're flying, but I mean, what are we on? We still don't even have our lights yet from.
Yeah, that's coming up soon.
Yeah.
That's coming up soon. So looking forward to that. That's going to be nice.
Yeah, something to be quite proud of.
Very, very much so, yeah. So slowly but surely, we will continue to take one step at a time as and when we can. So I'm happy about that.
Mm.
And just keep on pushing forward. That's life. That's growth. That's with one of the videos we spoke about was planning and having goals and milestones to work towards, which is what we're going to be doing. So, well, it is what we're doing because we have a plan for the lighting.
Mm.
I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be nice and be weird to see all the stuff set up in our lounge, in a sense, eh?
Yes, but I don't know. Black Friday seems to be a little bit more of a scam than anything at the moment.
Oh, yes.
Prices hike up all of a sudden out of nowhere, and then they drop again, and that's Black Friday special.
Yeah.
Put it back up at the normal price.
Yeah, so maybe we should wait for after Black Friday for when the prices do come down, because Black Friday wasn't what it was purported to be.
It's risky. It's risky because what do? They have a thing called Cyber Monday as well, where normally tech stuff is really cheap the Friday after for all the last stock.
Okay.
With tech stuff, it's like, okay, now it's out of date, we'll give you the new stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. I doubt they'll have exactly what we're looking for. Lighting. They might have some microphones on special, but I think the mics are fine for now. They capture the audio, right? But we've also got an app that allows us to edit the audio.
Yes, we're very fortunate with that one. So quite happy that you've been able to work your magic in a sense and do your thing.
Hit one button. Yeah,
there we go. That's lots of magic.
Okay, so we've been yapping 4 minutes along. A stupid topic, but let's get back to our topic, which we wanted to speak about today is pride. So we were chatting about it a little bit. I mentioned it a little bit in the beginning, saying we were quite proud of our last video. We don't know what we did right, but we'll take it. We'll take
Absolutely, we'll take it.
10% retention rate for the video. I mean, 6 people watched the whole video through.
Sure. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm very happy about that one.
What we did. I know we spoke about intentionality, and I used it was the title.
Yeah.
That was the catchy part.
Yeah, so we'll have to have a look, see, and do a bit of research. I must maybe just ask a few guys that are in the know, that are in the industry, and those guys that I mentor, and just find out from them, what is it, what makes it work, and see if we can hook up with some guys who are in the influencer space that can give us tips as to how to reach far wider spectrum compared to what we are at the moment. So I'm very happy. I'm impressed with the rapidness, in a sense, of it. What are we now? We're about 21, 22 episodes in total so far since we started. So I'm happy that, it's always be intentional and just start sometimes as well. And that's a thing that I talk to a lot of entrepreneurs about is take pride in your work and be intentional in what you're doing. Don't just wake up and say, okay, so what does the day hold for me, kind of thing, And I've taken note of you saying as well as that you have your to-do list for today, and you're going through to see have you achieved all the things that you needed to do, and what gets carried over. So I don't know what's going on with my voice tonight, but I think the big thing really is just to say we're going there and we're going to achieve that, and along the way things are going to fall into place as they should. And it does happen that way, and it's a biblical, it's a principle that is in place that you can't deny. So it can be good and it can be bad. It works both ways. So it's nice. I like it. It's wonderful. I had the privilege of sitting with an entrepreneur today, and we just look back, and 6 months has passed, boom, like that. And now look at where she was. She was in a mess. She was all over the place in her business, and she's got 2 businesses, but the one she parked for now, and the other one she got involved with, and she does cutting and edging of boards and cupboards and things like that, and so it's just completely flipped in the 6 months. She picked up an order for a guy who's looking for 16 basin cupboards to be made for him, and he's paid in full already, which is quite a nice. It's about 110,000 rand deal for her in rands, and then out of that, he's introduced her to somebody else who's now asked for her request, and so now that it's starting to snowball. Yeah, and it's just wonderful. So how where she was a mess, we've now helped structure and give her direction. Now she knows where she's going, and it's all falling into place beautifully, as it should. And also now she's an estate agent, and she's picked up on that, and she sold 2 properties this last month.
Not too bad.
Not too bad at all.
There was a saying I heard recently where it says, "You don't fall back to your bad habits; you fall back to your structure."
Yes,
And I like that.
that's a nice statement.
It's quite a nice statement. Because if you build a proper structure, that's what you're going to fall back onto. If you build yourself above your bad habits, you're not going to fall back to bad habits.
Correct.
Yeah, that's the same thing in a business. If falling back, if you're trying to push too hard, if you fall back to what you built, it's easy to build back up from that structure.
Yeah, very much so.
Good.
Very much so.
But yeah, coming back to our original topic, the pride and pridefulness. It's actually, I don't even know if it's a good thing or if it's a bad thing. So what I mean by that is, I know you're supposed to take pride in your work and pride in what, but I'm actually reading through 2 Corinthians at the moment. They call it boastfulness. I don't know if that's the same thing. If pride and boastfulness is the same thing.
So I think there's a fine line, and they always say there's that cliche statement, or whatever you want to call it, that pride comes before a fall. But it's actually not a cliche. That's a biblical statement. It's in the scripture. So be proud with what you're doing, but take pride in your effort. But don't be prideful about it. So in other words, where people look at, there he is again, kind of thing, and you walk around like a peacock with all these feathers out, and look at me, kind of thing, So there's taking pride in your work and being very methodical, very thorough in everything that you're doing, timelines being met, objectives put in place, strategy put in place to reach that objective so that that objective can actually roll out into what the end result is that you're looking for. So those are the things, there's pride in what I'm doing. So I'm happy. I'm very happy with what I've done. That pride, excellent pride to have. The one where look at me pride, that's the end of you.
Okay.
That
So-
comes quickly, yeah.
In our sense of being proud about the video reaching 60 views, I don't know.
I wouldn't say proud of that. I would say more happy about an achievement.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's an achievement. We were hoping we'd get there, but oh boy, did it happen quickly. Yeah, it's. I think I was telling you, and we were discussing it also in one of our previous ones, where somebody says it took them 3 years before they actually took off, and so I pray that it's not the case for us, that we achieve things a lot quicker, and it's all based on what we say and how we speak, and the message that we have to share.
I agree. I think we actually need to get out there a little bit more. I don't know how though, but I think we need to get out there. Maybe go join some other podcasts in the area or in South Africa. I don't know who's established or if we'll even be able to be intellectually challenging enough. That's what I was gonna say. Is we have zero editing, we have zero structure, we have zero. What's it? Like a script. We don't have a script that we follow. We just sit and chat, and that's why we go off topic sometimes. I feel we might lose a few people from that, but I think we're on niches.
Yeah, for me, the whole thing has been about just being raw, being natural, being real, and if it is that way, it is that way. We have no expectations. We're just happy that we've got some results that we have. I have found that there have been some topics that we've really had good discussions on. And there's some that I've seen that haven't had any, that it's just been waffling. And but in all of this, I agree with you. I'm getting a sense that it would be good for us to have maybe a trend, and maybe we could brainstorm that a little bit. And if people have any input, please put that in the chat or the messages, the comment section. Yeah, it'd be lovely to have that. And what kind of topics are there that you would like us to potentially talk about, and give our input and our insights. Might not necessarily be what everybody wants to hear, but remember, that's just our view. It's not a view that we're insisting on people. And I think what's been nice about us is that there's a father-son conversation that's been had here. Where there have been some questions you've asked, and I've either been able to answer or haven't been able to answer. But I think the nice thing is just the interaction and the general topics that we're talking about.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's nice to have the chat, but I think where I struggle mostly with it is I've got a picture of where I want to go in the conversation.
Yes.
Either we don't get there, or the topic changes,
or I veer off to the left, and
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you put an idea of where you want to go or whatever.
Yeah.
Then the other thing is it's difficult because I also have a lot of things I want to talk about, but I can't talk about it because of Poppy Act and all of that other stuff. I want to be like, hey, this happened today. This person, what about? What's your advice? Whatever. So.
Well, you can just remember to keep names and places, places not too much a problem, but definitely individual names. Keep that out, and company names as well, unless we get an endorsement from them. Yeah. So. But there are also other products out there that I suppose we can talk about, and they'd probably only be too happy that we mention in the name and not the other way around.
Yeah. But the main issue I have is most of the people in my life, I'm sure, will find this podcast at some point.
Yeah.
And I don't want to
refer to them.
Yeah, but even I don't want them to hear. It's not okay. Listen, I'm trying to say that I'm not saying bad things behind their back.
You're talking
But it's
about
just,
them.
I don't want them to hear my thoughts about them, because when I approach them with a certain attitude or a certain approach, it's because I've thought about it and I've thought, okay, this is the thoughts I was having. Is this necessary? Does it have a place? Should it have its seeds? No. Or yes. If it does, then I'll go with it. If it doesn't, then I'll rework it and I'll be like, okay, let me sleep on it. Tomorrow morning I wake up and you know what? It's not even worth getting upset about because of what X, Y, and Z. Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes, and I think that was also part of what the intention behind this is for you to and me to have conversations about things we're experiencing in our day-to-day life, and how would you handle it and how would I handle it? So my question would be now for you is, how are you putting this to-do list together, and how is it impacting your life, and what's it doing for you? So maybe you can explain a little bit about it, what brought this about, and what's the impact in your life.
So I just realized specifically last week I was very aimless, and it's actually started on the Monday. I don't know if I mentioned it in the last podcast, but or in one of the previous ones. But the point is, I was starting something, and then just as I would get ground under my feet, something would pop up. Someone would say something new, an email, a WhatsApp, or something. It would be a 30-minute delay or side quest. Then I'd get back to what I needed to do, and I ended up doing nothing. Or making zero progress on what I actually needed to get done. So last week felt very undriven, unfocused, and I found myself just wanting to just go home and just watch YouTube, just like numb my brain and just be like whatever. It's on me. And yeah, just WhatsApps, even my personal WhatsApps just fell far behind. I had 48 WhatsApps to reply to yesterday. Yeah. So there was just a lot that I was like, okay, listen, I need to stop something. I need to stop and start something. And I need to make sure that I've got a goal behind what I'm doing. So I was actually watching one of our podcasts back, and it was about the intentionality. It was the one that was 65. But I was like, let me watch this again and be like, why is it that it's got so many views? Why has it got such high retention? And then we actually got some decent points today, but not too bad.
Yeah, well done.
Well done to you too. Where's your shoulder? There you go.
This one.
There you go. Yeah, so yeah, those good points about having a goal. If you don't have a goal, you've got nothing to aim at, you can miss everything. So with that in mind, I was like, okay, I need to get some stuff done. So yesterday it was simple, achievable goals. There was also something we spoke about in another one about SMART goals. But the acronym itself, it is in the comment description, by the way, for those who care to check these days. But anyway, the point is, it was SMART goals that I could achieve. So it was something simple like cleaning the house, washing dishes, and even just something simple like calling someone I knew that I needed to call.
Yeah.
Our business partner.
Yes.
So all of that then led to the next few steps, and I got a lot done. And I'm one of the guys that if I tick things off my list, then I feel pretty good. So
that's good. Yeah.
Yeah. That started with yesterday. I just went into work and I was like, okay, listen, I know this needs to get done for this week. I know this needs to get done for this week. And it worked perfectly fine because the lady that I work with is being quite swamped in between moving places and trying to get me on the go, trying to get her business on the go at the same time, getting all the tenants in and out, getting contracts in and out. So me going in with the mindset of, okay, I know what needs to get done and let me handle what happens. I got everything back on track. I got everything up to date. Today we got everything sorted, and I think 2 of the 4 things we got sent out.
Okay.
And tomorrow's back at it. So yeah, to summarize and answer your question, I just realized there's a need for me to change things and to take a bit more drastic action on the things that I'm doing.
Very good.
Set up goals for myself. So one of them now, I'm trying to do a bit of a digital detox, and I'm going to bed with my phone. So now it's supposed to be at 8:30. Then I put my phone down, but it doesn't help when we arrive and you.
Yeah, tonight didn't happen.
No. Anyway, hopefully we can finish soon. I see we're almost coming up on our time. But anyway, the point is, phone's supposed to be down, and this actually helps because I'm talking, I'm not on my phone, and supposed to not eat an hour or 2 hours before. There's a 10-8 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, and 1, I think. I can't remember exactly what the rule is, but there's something like 10 hours before you're not supposed to have coffee.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't remember all of them, but what I do remember is 10 hours before you're not supposed to have coffee, 2 hours before you're not supposed to eat food, and 1 hour before bed you're not supposed to have any blue light. So no TV, no phone screen.
Okay.
Well, that's supposed to help your brain calm down. I think 2 hours before is stop working so that your brain gets out of work mode and can relax.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So anyway, again, going back to answering your question, I'm putting these things in place because I know I need to improve on my sleep. A lot of people have been saying, "Yo, you look tired. You feel tired." I can tell. I feel tired. I'm going down a lot of things.
Shame.
Then getting up in the mornings has been getting tough.
Oof.
So I'm hoping that now with a little bit of a break and a detox thing is going to help. Especially when it's got an ice cold shower pending.
Oof. Those cold showers.
A few cold ones, especially last week. Felt like the middle of winter again.
Yeah.
Anyway. And then, so I just knew, okay, listen, there needs to be something that changes. There needs to be something drastic that I put into place that switches around the way that things are going. I've got to stop the cycle. I know it's the end of the year, but this is when you've got to finish as strong as you started.
Absolutely, and set the trend for the new year.
That's it.
Yeah, I like that. And, the intentionality, if we can draw on that, the intentionality about that is, have you noticed that we've been going to gym a lot more regularly again, being intentional in our training, and the effort we're putting in was pretty intense tonight as well, and even last night and the night before. I found it's good, and the idea behind that is to be physically fit, physically strong, so that our bodies can cope with and handle what we're dealing with on a daily basis. And it's amazing when you don't go to gym how you actually miss that. I find that this is for me, and I really like putting in that effort. So the intentionality behind that is to be physically fit in order to be able to handle things that are coming across our path. And I mentioned 2 weeks back, I think, or beginning of last week, that I want to lose weight again and do things right. And so I've started that process, and I've been very, very, very deliberate about it. And so 72 hours is coming up, and then you can have a light meal. Then I'm going to go to 36 hours if I can do that on a regular basis, or just one meal a day.
For those of you who don't know what he's talking about, 72 hours, 36 hours is doing like intermittent fasting.
Fasting,
so
yeah.
It's a ketosis-based something. I think it's ketosis, right?
Yeah, ketosis kicks in
after
24 hours or 16 hours, I think.
He's done the research. I'll ask him about it in
the
next episode.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll talk about it. And
we'll
refer to a doctor that he's got amazing. I like the fact when he talks about we have become so addicted to food, and then he talks about the biological reason behind fasting. So, but we'll talk about that in our next session. Yeah.
Good stuff.
See, we're at the time now.
Yeah, we're about there.
Yeah.
So, this is I wanted to talk about pride, but I think this is exactly what I was talking about in the beginning. It's like our videos don't have a structure that we follow because it's not our niche. It's not what we talk about.
Yeah.
So it doesn't help us sitting and saying, "Oh, we'll talk about this," unless we actually can.
Yeah. So
with the intentionality one.
Yeah. So we'll plan. We'll sit down and we'll make it make sense, and happy about that.
I think we can make like a bit of a sandwich. So we say in the beginning what we want to talk about, then we have the meat about it, and then at the end we can have a quick recap of what we spoke about for those people who just got to quickly check in, see if they missed something or whatever.
Yeah, I like that.
So then
I like that.
We started in this episode. A quick summary of what we spoke about. What did we speak about?
About pride.
Yeah, we tried to talking about pride. If it's a good thing, if it's a bad thing. Just quickly touched on that. We gave a lot of background and updates on Slice of Mills, what we are about.
Yep.
I think we did. It was actually like a reevaluation of where we are and what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're still doing it, so good.
And ending off well. And then we also spoke about your to-do list. So being intentional in your daily walk. So we did. Well, I took us there on the intentionality side.
We got to,
Yeah.
we were at like 14 minutes and we just got the last 10 minutes. So yeah, it's
So that's yeah.
That to-do list. Guys, I can highly recommend if you have any, if you can see that there's a bad trend forming, don't let it continue.
Yeah. Stop it.
Stop it in its tracks and make a to-do list. Even if it's something simple, like, hey, today I need to wash the dishes. Today I need to phone my mom and make my bed or redo my bed. More often than not, I normally do that anyway, but there's a few things I forgot about. So that there's a tire that I took out from my bike because it seemed like it was popped when I left my bike outside. When I came back, the tire was flat. So I was like, okay, well, the tire's popped.
Okay.
When I half pumped it up, it wasn't popped. It stayed half inflated the entire month.
3 weeks, 4 weeks.
One thing to the entire month. Yeah. And another thing on that is the entire month, I'm like, okay, I need to go and pump it up. And I don't know why I delayed, but I delayed until I wrote it on my to-do list to do yesterday to go pump it up. Now I know exactly where the hole is, so I can patch it up.
Okay, brilliant.
I want to patch it up, but I don't think it's necessary.
Okay.
A new tire.
Okay. Tire or a tube, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's a quick summary. So we spoke about Sliced Mills, what we're doing, the upgrades that are coming, how we run it, and then we spoke a little bit about fasting. We touched on it a little bit because we're going to be speaking about it in the upcoming episode. Then we spoke about to-do lists, how to set them up, how they can help change your structure and things, and how to spot a bad habit and trend before it comes. No, I actually covered quite a bit in this episode.
Yeah, we did.
We spoke a bit about pride.
Yeah, we did.
So there's your sandwich.
That's it. Boom. Thank you very much. This is us slicing out. All the best.